everything and really help you. The big thing that I'm with a lot of these drills is I want to help you guys learn to tune on your own and be a little bit of your own trainer, because we all can't afford to obviously have a trainer all the time and keep them in with the trainer and get lessons all the time. So some of this stuff I'm teaching you to be your trainer, and hopefully sometimes you guys can help each other or whatever your support group is at home. But so this can be a little bit of a fancier footwork for horses that are more advanced, and where you're more advanced, some of the horses that are a little bit greener or don't quite have that foundation, then we can do it a little bit slower. So don't feel like one horse has to compete like the other horse. But so we're just gonna, it's some pivot work, some circle and pivot work. If I feel like your horse has a hard time really getting back through himself, we might come up to the fence and do a little more fence work rather than the circle pivot work. But you can do this with barrels, you can do this with cones, you can set it up a little bit differently too. I just kind of set it up kind of like 3 cones on that side and 3 cones on this side, kind of just like a little bit of you could do a circle, an oval, or whatever. But what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of lope to and do some circles, and then when I just kind of say, okay, let's get ready to stop and pivot the other way. What is so neat about this exercise is it's getting them to work off their haunches and to be able to circle and keep that correct circling, because we always need to know how to do a perfect circle. A barrel horse needs to know how to be a perfect circle, whether it's just in the arena doing a perfect circle. He needs to not wander on one side and cut off on another side, obviously. We need to know how to do a perfect circle. So that's very important. But what you can do is that whether it's big or small, say we just go all to the left and we're loping, then you're going to just stop and pivot back right and make them then catch that right lead and come back through themselves. And that's really neat, because that helps them get soft and supple through the barrel turn as well, besides just keeping a nice roundness of a circle as they would approach the barrel too. And it just gives them something different to do to stay sharp, but not constantly be drilling them always on the barrel. So I'll just kind of demonstrate a little bit with this horse, and then like I said, I could get 2 groups, but I would be kind of missing someone while I'm working with the other, so I think it'd be good for us just to kind of keep. So you can put 4 barrels up somewhere, you can put a bunch of cones up somewhere. It's not like you have to have any direct way of doing it. Sometimes if I kind of have a little bit of an arc that way and an arc this way, then you can kind of use this also just down the middle if you want, rather than around the whole circle. And then you also can just use it around the whole circle too. So, waiting for them to get nice and relaxed, you can kind of skip one and just, it really works on just you being able to make them get exactly where they need to be. Don't look at that cone. Work on your perfect circles at the same distance all the way around. Okay? You can use this as your straight line, or I can went around all the way, but I'll just kind of show you a couple different options. Always working those inside rein, put my way to that outside, getting all the way by that cone with my leg, just like I would do a barrel, okay? You can kind of pick a position that you want to go, stop, make him roll back through himself and catch that lead. Come back to the other cone. So it would make him just really work off that hip. So you can work on one side or both sides, is kind of depending on what you want to be. So you're just working on that nice pivot, holding that inside hind leg. I don't want that hip to swing out. I don't want him to lope off on that wrong lead, crossfire, any of that kind of stuff. Break to a trot and try again. A little bit too tight right there, but I didn't do anything forward. I just went back around and fixed it. Move them away. do it in the same circle. Okay, so you can kind of just mix it up however you want to kind of play with a little bit of how reading that horse, of them listening to you. That's the biggest thing, is them listening to you and making them roll back through themselves and keep that correct body position. Okay? So who wants to go first?